breakfast show on. It's all about Peterborough, and I love when we get positive news to share. There is an event happening in the city centre this coming weekend, and we've got Pep from Peterborough Positive on the line to tell us more. Pep, good morning. What's going on in the heart of the city centre this weekend?
We have got the Glastonbury big screen event in St John's Square. I was going to say Cathedral Square, but it's not. It's St John's Square, behind the church, this Saturday and Sunday. I cannot wait.
Now, last year you gave us the Wimbledon event where the big screens were up and people were sat in deck chairs watching the tennis in the heart of the city centre. This time round, Glastonbury, which is a really good shout.
Yeah, I wanted to change it up a little bit. I thought to myself, Glastonbury's a great, world-renowned event, festival. So what we're doing, we're putting on the big screen, the same one we had as Wimbledon. It's a massive screen, back at St John's Square. You can watch Glastonbury. We'll also partnering up or working with the Queen's Head pub, so they'll be putting on some live bands. And on the Sunday, there's a barbecue as well from Turtle Bay. Plus, we've got 2 or 3 vendors selling a bit of food and drink as well. So what we see is basically the whole of St John's Square area, where the grass is behind the church, is turned into a little mini kind of festival atmosphere with food and drink, music and live bands. So it's going to be great. I mean, on Saturday, we're sort of starting at around 12:30 all the way through till 8 o'clock in the evening. And on the Sunday, same start, around sort of lunchtime till around 5 p.m. So looking forward to it. Never been done before in the city centre. Should be great, will be great, and let's just pray for some sunshine. Well,
the weather forecast looks pretty decent, and I think, any outdoor event often relies, doesn't it, on decent weather. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that the weather holds. What's been the reaction to you guys putting this event on? I mean, from what I've seen, Pep, loads of people saying really positive things about it.
Absolutely, Kev, you're right. And it's quite heartwarming, really, to see that. It just goes to show that there's an appetite for activities and projects and initiatives and events to go and take place in the city centre, because that's what people want to do. They want to go into the city centre and enjoy stuff like this. So no, it has been great. It's I always look for feedback. We want to make sure that things are bigger and better each time we do this, and I want to try and do a big screen event every year in terms of entertainment. And who knows what we'll come up with next year. But if it works well and it goes down well and everybody really enjoys it, then we'll bring it back again. But no, really encouraging, really positive, and it's exactly what we need for this city centre, so I'm so pleased.
Is the goal behind this event and many of the other things that you do, is the goal to just try and attract more people into the city centre? Is that why you're putting it on?
It is that. It's exactly that. There is, sometimes our city centre is tarnished with a brush, which is a little bit unfair. I mean, city centres across the country have all the same issues, that they've got the same dynamics, and I know that what we do at Peterborough Positive, we work with lots of partners to make sure we try and fix some of those issues. But part of that is obviously, getting... I don't think there's a necessary footfall issue in the city centre. It's more of a dwelling time issue. So, i.e., I think people don't spend enough time here. And when we put something on like this, and the football trail and the film afternoon we're doing in a couple of months' time, and the Peterborough Strongest event in August as well, it just gives you an opportunity to obviously come to the city centre and take part and watch these events, but also do other stuff while you're at it. And clearly you're going to stay for something to eat, a coffee, you might go and change a pair of trainers, you might take your mum to do whatever, but that's what it's... I think it's just reminding people that everything you need is in the city centre, but there's also entertainment as well, and we do try and put on as much entertainment as we can throughout the year.
And finally, I've been looking at the lineup for Glastonbury this year. So on the Saturday, you got the likes of Cyndi Lauper performing live, Keane performing live, and then on the Sunday, you've got the likes of Paloma Faith and Shania Twain. So some big names, and I think blending some local live music outside the Queen's Head pub with the big screen action for some of the sort of highlights of Glastonbury is a really, really good shout, and I think it's a good idea that you're putting this on this weekend. Glastonbury coming to Peterborough City Centre. Who needs to book a ticket to Glastonbury that, let's face it, are like gold dust anyway? And, who needs to get a tent and walk for miles and miles and miles and miles when you can just enjoy a bit of Glastonbury in the heart of our own city? I think it's brilliant. Nice one, Pep.
No problem at all. And don't forget, you're not going to get muddy coming to this. You might get wet if it does rain, but you're not going to get muddy. Come along, bring your festival vibe, bring your festival gear, and just enjoy.
That's Pep from Peterborough Positive joining us this morning on PCR.